Welcome, travelers, young and old, from near and far. Join me as we continue today the tale of Finwë Indarys and his new life here in Morrowind. When we left Finwë, he had just been informed that he was now a member of the Blades, an Imperial Order of spies working directly for the Emperor. These, of course, were the same Blades that many years ago arrested Finwë and the rest of his clan and threw him into the Imperial City dungeon. And so now we find him outside the home of his new Blades Control Master Caius, wondering how is he to play this strange hand that fate has dealt him. And with that, welcome back once again to the tale of Finwë Indarys. This is the 4th chapter, and as you can see from, our journal, what happened last time is, as I was saying, we ran into Caius, but he also gave us a list of people who might be able to give us training, and he gave us, I guess, preliminary orders to where he gave us 200 gold and told us to establish a cover identity as a freelance adventurer. And then he mentioned the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, or Imperial Cult. So I guess the Thieves Guild, that makes sense. Like, you don't really want to establish your freelance adventurer cover identity as, oh, yes, I work with the Thieves Guild. You work for what? Oh, nothing, never mind. Yes, and I was instructed to advance in the ranks, gain skill, and maybe do some freelance work. So basically, I need to establish a premise for being here. And personally, part of that premise for me is also going to be establishing, going from that side of town, which... So if you've noticed, everything should be recording a little bit better. After some issues, I finally got everything to work, including... I started recording and the game's audio wasn't working. But let's turn on the view distance a little bit more. Right, it's just naturally foggy. I don't have extended view distance, so this shouldn't really ruin the effect of Morrowind too much, because it really won't lighten the fog of war much. Or, not fog of war, but look what it looks like when I reduce view distance to nothing. Everything is just in this constant shitty mist. Oh my god, I love you, Morrowind. Anyway, so... part of our cover also needs to be why we're moving from here to there. 1, so we don't draw attention to going to Caius's house, and 2, so we don't draw attention to the fact that we're, going on over to the Thieves Guild.
I'm listening.
So we're going to pretend like our good friend Finwë Indarys is really good at remembering, things that he's read. I know where these things are. I should know basically where everything is. No, I don't. They've changed things. That's right. I'm an idiot. Oh, God, as soon as I brag, my hubris just hung by my own hubris. So we're going to go and get some... We're going to talk to these Blades trainers because he gave us money, and I suspect we will get nice hairstyle, my good sir. My good sir.
This is unexpected, but not unwelcome. Please, go ahead.
I imagine it's not. So, in this game, there's so few High Elves because this is, the native Dark Elf province. So whenever High Elves encounter each other, they tend to remember each other. And any quest line involving, an Altmer, if you ask another Altmer, they almost always know things, or they can at least tell you where they are. And in fact, that's how you have to solve some quests. So welcome, novice Finwë Indarys. Termalian is my name. Healer is my trade. I'd be happy to share a little advice or Morrowind lore with you. With a fellow Blade, or maybe you'd like to catch up on the latest rumors. I don't need to know about you. Some advice? Are you interested in the healer's trade? Maybe you should talk with... You're fucking with me. At Fort Pelagiad in... I like Pelagiad, which is how I used to say it. Dave says Pelagiad. I'm saying Pelagiad. She's very nice, experienced, and patient. At the fort. Okay, if I need to go back to Sia Deneen, well, we probably shouldn't travel directly into Sia Deneen because we killed the killer of the tax collector, but didn't really leave, any indication that he was the killer of the tax collector. So maybe we should just stay away for a while. We should probably just never go back to that village. Yes. Morrowind lore. About 50% of Vardenfell's inhabitants are Dunmer, and the other half are the various other races in equal proportion. That much, huh? It's because Vardenfell was a temple preserve, and so now it's just recently opened. That must be it. Latest rumor? I'm just support here. I don't pay attention to what's going on. Nice. What do you think about the blades? I'm a blade too, and I report to Caius. Yeah, okay. All right. What do you think about Caius? He's sour, a warrior, but he knows his job. All right. So what can you tell me about training? Basic skill training is cheap. We give you discounts for higher ranks in the blades, and we keep our prices low. But training is never cheap, even from us. Look, to get you started, here's my old alembic. Maybe you can get some gold from it. So, alembic. Yes, that's one of 4 types of alchemy. Alchemy things. Alchemy. Where are you? Yes. So then, using one of these 4 apparati, you can pick ingredients. And if I had another ingredient with a similar, property, I could try and create potions. But I don't right now. Thank you for getting me started on that. I feel like there was
I don't recall using teleportation, and yet there I was, alone, naked.
Yes! Yes, I am so glad that before I left, you shared that riveting story with me. Sniff to you, my good sir. Alright, the next house is directly above here. Oh, I love this music. I know that there are mods that add to the music, but I really, really have to be honest. I don't envision using any of them. I may look and see if there's like a Lord of the Rings one, actually, but that would be about it. If you know me in person, you are not at all surprised by that statement.
Well, what brings you here, friend?
Let's see. Do you know anything about the blades? Let's see what she says. Make sure she actually is a member of the blades. I don't know why Caius would lie to us, but maybe he's testing us to see if we're actually doing our due diligence. I'm a blade too, and I report to Caius. All right, cool. Advice? If you were to ask me for a model warrior, I'd say Milas Galorius. He's in the Andis trade house in All right. This is one thing that really puts people off to Morrowind, is you learn a lot of things, and you're supposed to hold on to this information and go seek out these people, but you start off with no mental reference of where any of this shit is, and without that, it's kind of hard to plan it mentally. Like, I know where Margon is, and I know all the various the routes I have to go to get there, and so I have a mental map of... That information is relatively useless to someone like Finway right now who hasn't even gotten a map yet. Do you have a map? And why are you trying to walk into me? Right. Let's get this over with. I guess I should ask about Morrowind lore. The Morongtong are the honorable, law-abiding executioners and assassins. They hate the Dark Brotherhood, the outlaw Western Assassins Guild. Right. We will learn more about this, but basically, in order to stop the fairly militant political factions here in Morrowind from annihilating each other in open warfare, the Morongtong are engaged in legal assassinations of high-ranking members, and it just keeps the whole social structure intact. I'm belaboring the point. I'm sure Caius will tell us about the Morongtong if we asked him. Just give me the stuff. Yes, we're not trying to make a profit off our fellow blades, and as you rise in rank, your discount increases. We have to leave. Training isn't cheap. Basic skill training, if you don't know very much, can be pretty cheap. Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. But advanced skill training, for example, in your major specialties can get expensive. I don't use this cuirass and helm anymore. Maybe you can get a few drakes for it. So here's the nice thing, right? For all these things that we don't have, much training in, I think I mentioned this last time, how it's cheaper. No, I didn't. My apologies, everyone. I recorded like 30 minutes of this episode last time, like a little while ago, and then I realized that the game audio wasn't recording, and so I'm having to redo a section of this. Right. So I'm glad she said that, because here's the idea. Based upon how high our skill level is how much it costs in gold, and this is way more expensive than what vanilla Morrowind would have at level 15 Longblade, which is what we are. So that must be Morrowind Rebirth doing it. But we have like 5 skill and blocks. So it only costs 50 gold to level up once. Now you see how it has... I almost touched my fucking screen again trying to point at the word agility under block. Anyway, this skill block, which costs 50 gold basically to level it up once, governs the attribute of agility. So if we go back to our character menu, our character sheet, we can see that we have a level up score here, and you can see beneath it, it has the major attributes with counts. And then next to personality, it has a 7. That's because we leveled up a skill governed by personality 7 times. Now, why does that matter? When you level up, you can level up 3 of your attributes, and you can level those attributes up by 1 to 5 points. And what determines whether you get a 1 to 5 is how many times you leveled up skills with that attribute governing it. So if I want to get a +5 to strength when we go from level 1 to 2, I need to level up a skill with strength governing it 10 times. Now, I'll show you later when we actually buy things, but you can see how even though I've leveled up, a personality skill 7 times, my level hasn't increased. That's because all my major skills, except for, light armor, long blade, and spear are... are magic. So unless I'm training in magic, which I really don't think I will. I mean, I probably will have to eventually. But for now, anyway, whenever I level up skills through training, it's not going to force my level up, which I really like. Anyway, Rithleen, thank you. I've been here for far too long. Yes, oof. I mean, would be fine, but let's not walk off the ledge and draw attention to ourselves. All right, the last person that Caius recommended was... Sorry, I just want to take a peek. Yes, all right, so in Dave's mod, in SorcererDave's mod, there's like a little trapdoor right here that takes you to a really cool Undercroft area. That must be like something with like Morrowind Rebirth or whatever the hell it is. I can't keep track of this shit. Tamriel Rebuilt, the thing that gives you access to the mainland. I'm not going to the Thieves Guild yet. But that does remind me that I do... Wait, did I get that diamond? No. I need to go get that diamond for Habisi. Where... Is this your house, Ninetoes? Yes. So I don't think I drew attention to it yet, just because I'm so used to it because I play these games so much. But if you're just watching this as a friend and you've never, seen these games, these lizard people that I've just been walking past are probably,
Tidings,
greetings, my fun, friendly Argonian Ninetoes. You are not good at math, are you? All right. Do you know anything about Caius Cosades? He's sour. Okay, you all think he's a piece of shit. Blades? Your blade. Okay, good. Blades training. The basics we can teach you won't cost so much. Advanced training, though, that's expensive. If you're already skilled, you're much harder to teach. Maybe I can help you out. Here's a little moon sugar on the house. Wait, why am I doing the Khajiit voice? I can't do the snaky voice. I'm just going to have to read it my own. It's not like my voices are very different when I'm doing voices for these guys. You do know that trade in moon sugar and skooma is against the law, and cocaine and heroin is against the law, and most alchemists and apothecaries won't buy it, but Khajiit generally will. Try Anjara in the Balmora Mages Guild. Right. We're going over there first because Caius said that the Mages Guild was a little bit more reputable, and I think he also said that the Steward in the Fighters Guild is new. So maybe he just doesn't know anything about her. Sell the sugar, start saving for training. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Ninetoes. Sooner or later, I'll stop jumping for joy whenever we're leaving the place, but jump key is right next to the move forward key, and my fingers are not what they used to be.
You've got my ear. Let's hear it.
My old typing hands. Well, I might have your ear, but I don't want to hear what you have to say. All right. So I think we've done everything on this side of the river. You know, we're going to go ahead and we're going to look for a spear. That is objective number 1. We're going to start over here. We're going to start over here and work our way to the left because this is clearly like the end. You know what I mean? Like there's the wall. Sure, at some point Finway's going to want to talk about the temple, but right now his overwhelming desire is to just find a spear that is better than this piece of shit made of iron. And low. Oh, you're just a Lalu guard. I gotta be careful with that. I need to save, too.
Speak, traveler.
Save every 5 minutes in this goddamn game. Yes. Yes, this is the Razor Hole, and you sell pointy things. What kind of pointy things are for sale? Pointy, pointy, pointy. It doesn't look like you have any spears, my good man. No. Nope, no spears. Well, I'm surprised that you're even... There must have been a mod that corrected that, because I shouldn't be able to trade this guy while holding, you know, holding moon sugar. That's really weird. Well, cool. I needed that. Thank you. Alright, what time is it? It is well past lunchtime. And, we're going to assume that Finway, I almost said Sethandas,
Yes.
Finway can read what that says, because it says that this is, you know, a place for victuals. So now that we have some alchemy equipment, every time we see anything that's cheap... Ah, okay, you don't like the moon sugar. Ah, okay. Well, what does that say that that guy was going to go ahead and trade with me? Even though I had moon sugar.
Say your...
I need to find Revere, and then I need to make my way around for sharp, pointy things, and then I need to find my way into the guilds.
I'm waiting.
Oh wait, Revere is downstairs. Hello, Revere. You will buy my moon... Oh, always. I have my spell out. Do I want to wait an hour? All the shops close at 8, Revere. I'm never going to land that spell, though, at this rate. Alright, we just can't fuck around. Okay, now, Revere. Oh, you've got me
You
shit.
have questions?
Oh, come on now. Thank you. Hello, Revere. Yes, you like me a little more now. Take this moon sugar. Can't sell the alembic. We need that. Alright. I guess that's it for now. You don't have a spear, right? No. Wait. No. Okay. What else do we have here? We might as well, you know, we're going to be walking around for a couple more hours. We might as well have a little snack here in our buddy Revere's shack. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. I'm sure he won't mind us just snacking right here in his place of business. Yes, you also you sell pointy things. Do you sell long pointy things? A spark skewer. All right. It's just as shitty as our current one, but it will harm ghosts. Yes, it will. If I can find nothing better, I will come back for that. But honest to God, I'm gonna be really disappointed. I'm gonna be really disappointed if I'm stuck with shitty iron. I know the Outfitter won't have anything. The Outfitter always just has goddamn clothes. A kite and longsword. Interesting. A cephalopod helm. It's not as good as our current one, but That's interesting. Alright, you don't have anything I want either. Do you have any good scrolls? No. What I really need are scrolls of intervention. Ah. Did you lock me in here? Oh, wait, no. I thought I got locked in here.
Here not long ago.
I bet he's behind the locked door. Good to know. I'm not coming back here now. Oh, what do we have here?
Anytime.
Is this an alchemist? An alchemist. I need an alchemist, but it's the fine alchemist, who's also a high elf, if I recall correctly. Oh boy. She will probably remember us once we go in there, so we're probably never going back. Meldor the Armorer. Do you have pointy things? No, you have no pointy things, but you have the missing pieces of the armor I need. I like my mole crab helm. I'm keeping it, even if it makes people think I'm a Telvanni. Maybe that's good. Maybe it'll confuse them. Put some sleeves on. Alright, well, there is a paucity of like very long pointy things around here. I doubt we'll find any in the bookseller. That would be fucking hilarious, though. I would love that. Alright. Mages Guild or Fighters Guild, actually. They may have pointy things. Ugh. Morrowind music. It's going to be a while before I get tired of that. Hello, Vasile. You're a citizen of the Empire, are you? What are you, though? You're a scout and an apprentice in the guild. So, if I recall correctly, being a member of the guild...
I'm a busy guy, so if you could hurry this up.
Ooh. Phew. It's probably for your own good, sir, that you don't have pointy things. If I recall correctly, things are always cheaper with the guild, and you get a place to sleep, because I'm not sleeping in Caius's bed, that's for sure. Maybe in Nine Toes'. Yes, definitely going to sleep in Nine Toes' bed.
You like to walk a fine line, don't you?
That's an interesting bit of commentary on what I was saying. Hello. Oh, don't blink at me. Hello. Well, speak up, High Elf. What do you want? Are you here to join the Fighters Guild? That's kind of what I was thinking. You look like you could take care of yourself. Is it what makes me look like I can take care of myself? I'm kind of honest. Before I sign you up, you might want to look at the Fighters Guild charter. Are you ready to sign up now? Well, yes, I want to know the terms and conditions. Your duties are to your lords and brethren. Brethren. In all ways, proceed with honor and valor. Keep a keen and watchful mind and never succumb to the craven tricks of the weak. As a member, you are permitted to use items in our equipment chest. It is traitorous to fight or thieve from other members of your guild. If you break these rules, you must speak with at least a warder of the guild to redeem your standing. Do you feel you can uphold these simple ideals? I mean, yes, I can. I don't know how much I want to. I don't know if you guys have anything worth taking around here, so sure. Good use of the familial language and the oath. You bet! You are now Finwë Indarys, the associate in the Fighters Guild. Work hard, follow orders, and you'll do just fine. Seek me out if you feel you are ready for advancement. Am I ready for advancement? Your talents are noteworthy, but some question the depth of your devotion. I feel like y'all are desperate for members at this point. Well, I mean, I do have spear and longsword, so I guess I have at least a little bit going for me. Okay. What orders do you have? I need some capital. I have a very simple contract to end an infestation of cave rats. Yes, yes. Let's go with the trope of cave rats as one of the first things you deal with in these kind of games. Tell me about the rats. Go to Darain Thalos' house. It's here in Balmora along the river on the east side. Ask her where the rats are coming from. Kill the rats, get your payment from Miss Thalos, and report back here once you've taken care of this. You got it, boss. Alright. Now, here's another benefit of guild membership. In addition to cheaper training, we get free shit. which respawns every couple of days. I'm fairly certain if you take everything out of the chest. All right, Wayne. So we're not going to, go too far out of the way when it comes to power leveling, but by God, we need strength, we need speed, and we need some personality, and we need it at the start of the game.
So, where are you from?
And by training in armor, we get that with strength when we level up, even though we're not forcing ourselves to level up in a hurry. And, excuse you, and it will be easier for us to repair our own things with the free prongs and hammers we get as a member of the Fighters Guild. And then, as, it's just like alchemy, to where the better you get, the more successful you are, and the more successful you are, the faster you get better. So, it's a little bit slow going at the start, but if the hammers are free and I'm going to be interacting with these people for contracts, like, what's the harm? You have training, Mr. Anabolus, but you do not have spears, and that is locked with a level 90 lock. Can I take the spears I find in here? I remember there was a spear. It's an iron... Ooh, iron spear. Yeah. Plod, plod, plod. I have to admit, though, it is nice having, a place to hang your hat at the moment. At this point, we've just been bouncing around or sleeping in the houses of people we've killed. And... I think Finway's been missing that. The Fighters Guild doesn't seem like it has a lot going for him, but going for them, and maybe not even for him while he's here. But it's the first guild he joined here that was legitimate, and I don't know if you can see that, but that is the warrior hanging, because obviously Fighters Guild. It's the first guild we joined, and I think it's going to have a special place in his heart. Ooh, it is dark. It is sleepy bedtime. We'll deal with the Mages Guild in the morning. We're not... Oh, time advanced. Time advanced because we were training. That's what it was. That is what it was. All right. We will sleep here. 6 hours. I'm going to get some good sleep,
freely,
but not
friend.
too much. You also offer training for... Valencia, my God, these names. Valencia Amiliusus. Helen. I'm not going to remember all the names I give to people, but I'm going to try. Vasile.
Outlander. Did you want some?
Wayne.
So, where are you from?
Edis. Alright, you're new around here. You wouldn't know any rumors. What do you know, Wayne? Any rumors I should know about? Let's say the Legion gives out good armor to their best recruits. Good to know. I don't think I'm going to be using that heavy shit that they're walking around in, though.
What was that about?
I'm not very strong yet, and even if I was, the spear's just not as effective if I can't run away. Alright. So, we've established our cover story as a freelance adventurer, but I feel like...
Say your business.
I am. I feel like it goes without saying, but I'll say my business to you because you seem interested, my good sir. My good sir, Shagram Gro Shadluk. We're going to go into the Mages Guild for a couple of reasons. One, in his previous life, Fathus had a lot of experience with the Mages Guild because he obviously needed to do some research and training to make the most out of his magical abilities for Clan Indarys. And so... we're going in there because of that. We're also going in there because he knows that there are potent magics here in Morrowind. At least he suspects there are because of, what he read and how, the clan mothers would always talk about the homeland. And so, if there's any place that an outsider like him is going to, find ways to unravel the mysteries of his homeland, it's going to be in the Mages Guild. So I think we're going to go ahead and round out. I think we'll round out this chapter of, Finway's tale, the first book of his new life, going into the Mages Guild and familiarizing ourselves with them. So Who are
Make
you?
it
Randus,
quick,
hey!
Outlander.
The stewards are always right up front. I kind of like that. Are you looking for me? You want to join the Mages Guild? Yeah. Yes, you look like the sort we could use in the Mages Guild. Will you take the Mage's Oath and join the guild? What's the Mage's Oath? Perform any duties assigned to you by the masters of the guild. Learn from them and grow strong. Always share your knowledge freely with other guild members. Never strike or steal from another guild member. Does this appeal to you? I like that there's no familial ties in this oath. Yes, I would like to join. You are now a member of the Mages Guild. Welcome, Associate. When you're ready, you can ask for duties to perform, and once you're ready, you can ask me about advancement. I'm ready to ask you about advancement. You meet our requirements, but not our duties. Duties. I don't have any duties for an associate. Speak to me again when you have proven yourself. In the meantime, speak with Ajira. I believe she may have some small tasks for you. All right.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Okay. So you obviously have a lot of, influence in this school, in this college, in this guild of mages. So let's go ahead and take a look at where I stack up. So, in the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild, I'm an associate. And for both of them, the next level is apprentice. So I guess right now they're like, we're willing to acknowledge you exist in some capacity with us, but we're not going to teach you anything yet. Well, that's fine, because I'm just going to take all your membership shit. Thank you. And, quick save. Can I take the things in these? Scuttle. I hope so, because Scuttle has one of those properties we want. Nether Salt, Restore Magicka. And I think we may need that eventually. Telvanni Resin. Interesting. Okay. I really should just take all of it, because at this point, I'm going to need it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, all the potion ingredients. Thank you. Now. Okay. Morrowind Rebirth did this.
What is this
You can
about,
see the
Oliver?
differences in the price of the soul gems, right? An unfilled lesser soul gem's worth 20. One filled with the soul of an Allet is worth 250. A skeletal warrior's 300. So we could technically farm soul gems, but
What was that?
I was getting ready to... I'm not going to steal your shit. I know it's your shit. I know it's not the guild's. And by the way, your hairstyle makes you look like you have horns. Galbadir. Yes. Yes. So, we could farm, our two summons, but they're both, like humanoid spirit summons, which means they were family members at one point. And we're not going to upset, the spirits of the clan at this point because, we're here in the Dunmer homeland. I feel like you really don't want to be fucking off your ancestors at this point. All right. Yes! Finway has been missing this environment. Look at this. Just a nice, small, scholarly environment. It's honestly, I think he likes it better than some of the bigger libraries and guild halls in the Imperial provinces or, as you head into other Elvish nations. This is just a small area where people convene to read and study, and I think the beds are even there. I love it. Wonderful guild hall.
Anytime now.
I know I'm getting to it. Oh, now that I'm a member, do any of you have good spells? And you do spell making. All right, we need to find something out real fast. A spell of open. At my level of alteration. If I wanted to guaranteeably open a level 50 lock with a spell, it would cost me 60 points of magicka, which we can swing, but I only have a 32% spell chance, which, considering the magicka cost, isn't worth it. So, it looks for a little while, we're going to be limited in terms of the open spells that we have to what we can buy and what we can find in scrolls, which I feel like as a member of the Thieves Guild we are going to need to be able to open things. Feather. Feather lessens my weight by 25. That could be useful if I'm just slightly over encumbered. Paralysis. I don't really see myself using it that much, to be honest. Ooh, there's another spell that I would be interested in trying to make, though. Charm. Untouch. I could do 25 points for 2 seconds and have a 50% chance of hitting on that. Right, so clearly I'm going to need to train up a little bit more in all my skills. Oh my god! 247? And I have 214. Christ alive. We are going to need a lot. We are going to need a lot more starting capital because this poor little mage. Oh, Finway. Finway, you are not in the Somerset Isles. You are not in the Western provinces anymore where you have access to cheap and easy training in magic. We are at 0 out of 10 progress because we really haven't been using magic. We've been using this frickin' spear everywhere. And I haven't gone adventuring yet, so we haven't had a chance to do a lot of restoration. I know. I know what I need to do, actually. Hello. Hey, hey. Yes, you. There are things we need to talk about. I need to make some training spells. We're just going to call them A. Training A. This is going to be my alteration. I'm putting A, that way it appears at the top of my spell list so I know where the fuck it is. Alright. Alteration. On self. Let's see. We only want it to last like a second. And we don't want it to cost more than 1 magicka. I can fairly reliably cast that. Shield 1 to 40 points for 2 seconds on self. This is just going to be for training purposes. Yes, excellent. 13 gold. Cool. Let's get one of those for illusion as well. Chameleon. Self. 2 points. 1, 2, 38. 38. For 3 seconds. A. Illusion. Oh. No. Training. Illusion. Gotta try and keep with the same naming convention, or this is gonna be really goddamn annoying. Alright. We need to train up mysticism as well. Like, you need to train up all of these. Because all the spells that you cast... That's why I took a mage with so much magicka. It's because this game has a lot of fun things that you can do magically, but you have to have... you have to train yourself up. Alright. Then we'll do telekinesis on self. 1, 2... 15 points. Ooh, that's expensive. 2 to 15 points for 1 to 11 points for 2 seconds. Training. Alright, we're going to focus on those, and then we'll come back and make training spells for the other ones. I want to round this out. I feel like this has been going on a little while. So, there's just so much to do here. Yes! So here's one of the final benefits of joining the Mages Guild is you can either talk to her, you can talk to Masalini, Miriam, you're Miriam now, or you can jump on this little, oh, I can't use the platform because I'm not high enough rank. Well, later you can either talk to her or use that to travel to 3 of the 4 major cities in Vardenfell and then, you know, Balmora, obviously, and then you can also go to Caldera, which actually you can only access using fast travel through a Mage's Guild. So we've just opened up a whole new realm of possibilities of where we can go to complete quests. And here you are, I'm jumping for joy, Ajira, all the way back in the corner. What do you need of me? What brings you to Ajira's shop? Do you want duties from Ajira? Do you want a local brews, help in a fight, Telvanni Bugmusk, or a way to reach high places? High places, I wish that had a link. Bugmusk? Ajira does not like the Telvanni, but even Khajiit like the smell of Bugmusk. Try some and smell how all the women like you. And smell, not see, huh? What duties do you have for me, Ajira? Yes, Ajira has duties for you. Before Ajira can be journeyman in the Mage's Guild, Ajira must study local mushrooms. Journeyman. So you're like, what am I? You're like a student in this, and I'm barely initiated, and so now I have to help you with your petty tasks? Fine, mushrooms. To finish Ajira's report, Ajira needs samples of Luminous, Rasuria, Vilis Copernicus. These things look the same. Bungler's Bane and Hypophasia. These look the same. Ajira knows you can find these all on the Bitter Coast. The easiest way is to go south along the River Odai until you see a wooden bridge across the river. Get out of the river there and find a path over... Get out of the river as though I'm walking in the center of the river. Oh.
It suffers wounds.
No, I don't. No, I'm at full health. What the fuck are you talking... Ajira, you've been tasting the sugar, haven't you? Well, with that, we came to this side of the river with two quests, and we've completed none of them. We haven't found an adequate spear, and we haven't stolen that diamond, but now we have a task to find mushrooms, which we could easily have done in Sia Danin, but we are not going back there because we killed the killer of the taxman, and we pissed off a Templar. And then we're going to go kill some rats with our iron spear of doom. But yes. Until then, though, I think this is the logical end of... Yes, jumping for joy. We are at the end of this chapter of Finway's Tale. The only thing I need is for you to stop asking me what I need. My good sir. My good sir. So until next time, everyone, thank you for joining me as, we uncover a little bit more of Finway's tale as, he continues to journey through random towns in Morrowind. Stay safe out there, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. The only thing that you'll be getting notified of is the tale of Finway and Doris. But until next time, safe travels.